10H, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a contract with Verde Design Incorporated in the amount of $97,165 for design services for the Lions Field synthetic grass project.
Design a field?
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. My name is Will Anderson. I'm a staff engineer in the Public Services Department, and I will be acting as project manager for the Lions Field synthetic grass project. I'm here tonight to present the project to you and make a recommendation regarding the award of a design contract. This project is part of the current capital improvements program, and it is envisioned to replace the existing natural grass with a synthetic turf system on the city-owned property, as highlighted by the red circle. The benefits of the completed project will include additional hours of field use, improved safety for the participants, and a reduction in city maintenance costs, specifically in regards to less irrigation, less fertilizer, and less staff time spent mowing and preparing the field. But to construct this project, the first steps will be to hire a qualified consultant to perform initially a pre-design report and then preparation of the bid documents. In the pre-design report, our chosen consultant will use the topographic survey that was previously completed specifically for this project and use that to lay out alternatives to orient the field and stripe it for multiple uses. Our consultant will also provide recommendations on a specific type of synthetic turf and make recommendations to situate the proposed restroom concession stand building. Their scope of work will also analyze the available parking and compare that to the estimated peak usage of the field. The drainage will also be analyzed, both as far as the quantity and the quality, knowing the historically soggy conditions of the site, and the project will be in compliance with all current stormwater regulations. The drainage issue was highlighted in the initial RFP published by the city, and it was highlighted to all our consultants during the RFP process. So we know it is an important issue to be addressed out there. Our consultant will also provide recommendations about potential sources of construction funding, whether it be through charitable organizations or grant fund opportunities. The pre-design report will also, our consultant will make a recommendation on a preferred alternative, and for that preferred alternative, prepare a construction cost estimate. And once there will also be at least one public meeting held, and it is anticipated to include the end users of the field. Once our pre-design report is in place, the consultant will prepare bid documents, which will consist primarily of plans, specifications, and a bid schedule. But before the plans are released for bidding, the project will be brought back to council to confirm the scope of the construction and to report back about the results of the construction fundraising efforts. And then continuing with the scope of our consultant services, once the project is out to bid, our consultant will be available to assist and answer any questions that might arise during the bidding process. And they will also be in attendance at our mandatory pre-bid meeting for the contractors to address any questions that might arise. And the consultant we are recommending to perform this work is Verde Design. They're based out of Santa Clara, and they were chosen through RFP process, request for proposals process, which was publicly noticed and posted on the city's website. And the written proposals were reviewed, and the top proposals were invited in for oral interviews. And after all was said and done, Verde was the unanimous choice to, as the most qualified consultant. And we did follow up with reference checks, and their previous experience includes many synthetic turf projects along the peninsula from San Francisco down to San Jose and in many cities in between. It's staff's recommendation that the council authorize the city manager to execute our standard consultant contract with Verde Design to perform the design services for the Lions Field synthetic grass project. This concludes my presentation, and I'm open to address any questions you may have.
Vice Mayor?
Through the chair, real quick, one question I have right now is, you alluded to it, the drainage. I think you used the word soggy, or I think that was a polite way to describe it. Over the years, that just always it has been a problem. And so I think this is, and you've already alluded to that it's a major factor in the process, but it really needs to be highlighted and realized, because my concern is this investment and all of these monies being directed toward this project, and then that isn't addressed or isn't corrected. And then how much is it truly going to cost to correct that so the drainage is accurate? I mean, is how it should be, which obviously today it is not. So I'm just a little leery about really getting that answer and the true costs of what that would take to correct that.
Yeah. Okay, that will be part of our design review process, or pre-development report. The turf system will address both surface drainage as well as subsurface drainage, and our consultant will monitor or see if the adjacent sites next to Lions Field can be alleviated in the process. But with those parcels being non-city owned by the school district, if there are simple fixes that we can approach the school district about, yeah, that's something that potentially could happen.
Mr. Edgar?
My concern with that is not necessarily, it getting wet. I mean, I'm sure that it'll be drained, but will there be an adequate substructure so that it doesn't settle, and over time? I mean, the life of this, the life of this field, the drainage is 40 to 50 years. So, I mean, I would think that, you're pretty much going to redo the whole substructure of that area, for it to drain perfectly almost, My concern also, my questions are also timing. I mean, we have a representative that probably can't wait to get his soccer teams out there, and playing, at least 20 hours a day, right? What can the community, look forward to as far as, when we cut a ribbon on this field?
That will be another issue which we will solicit recommendations from our consultant. There are two basic options to construct during, spring, summer, which is more weather friendly, but then again, that is during the peak use of the field. Another option would be to construct in the off-peak season. However, the weather elements may be working against us, so our consultant will definitely be solicited for recommendations.
I want to make one comment on the drainage issues. One very specific criteria of our selection process of the design team was their experience, and they proved knowledge in drainage issues.
Yeah, they have previous experience putting fields in Foster City, which, similar to our site, has high groundwater elevations.
My last comment is that we've allocated $200,000 for design here, and it's only $97,000. So does that mean that that's it? That there's no other design costs for this field?
We're anticipating, upon completion of this, we will have a biddable set of documents.
Good.
But previously, there was a topographic survey, which was funded out of that 200,000 also?
I don't have exactly the estimated overall design cost for the project. You will see the overall estimated cost in the CIP document.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't have right
200,000,
now
yeah.
available exactly already certain expenditure level already took place. And I just, beside this 97,000, I don't have the exact number, what will be the final estimated expenditure level for the design of this project.
It's safe to say that it's significantly less than 200,000, though.
Probably less, but not, is more than the 97,000.
Right.
Gee,
I
that
just
was
don't have the
between-
certain number, between those two numbers.
It's still significantly less than 200,000.
You are always correct, yes.
Any other questions of staff? Action?
We were around that one. Boy, this is exciting. This is an exciting project, right?
This is great.
Vice Mayor, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and introduce the resolution for adoption.
Vice Mayor Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Ibera.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.